Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are Shivam.
Yeah, Vishal, you are audible as well.
So, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How about you?
Yeah, same from my side. So, Shivam, let's start with your introduction first. Just remember, you should mention your name, age, technical skills, and project you have worked on.
Sorry, could you please repeat the points? Like
Yeah,
my
just
name,
mention your name, your age,
age, and
technical
technical.
skills, and project you have worked on.
Okay. So my name is Shivam Ramaji Vishwakarma, and I'm 21 years old. And my technical skills are front-end development, which includes uh, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and frameworks like Tailwind CSS, Bootstrap, and React.js. And in the backend, I have also worked with PHP and Node.js as well. And coming to the project, I had recently completed my recent project, which was an official website of Pratibha College of Education. It is currently a live
Okay.
website.
Okay, Shivam, sounds great. So, let me tell you about this interview. So, this interview will be mainly focused on JavaScript and a few questions from React.
Okay, great.
So, would you please explain me what is hoisting in JavaScript?
Okay, the hoisting is a concept in JavaScript, whereas all the declaration and initializations are moved at the front of I can say that at the top level of the JavaScript execution, so that even if you use a variable which is declared after the using,
O-
for example, if you use a variable called a before it is even declared in JavaScript, it will
Okay,
still
okay.
work. JavaScript is a dynamically
And what
typed
do you mean by
language.
dynamically typed language?
A dynamically typed language is a language in which uh, the type of the okay, the type of a variable declaration can be changed while the program is being executed,
Okay.
or its values can also be
So,
changed.
do you know the difference between passed by value and passed by reference?
Yes, actually, a pass by value, it means that uh, while we request, I'm sorry, while we go for using a function, there are two ways to pass our data in it. One is the one is using value directly, and and another one is using a reference. Okay. So the value is like if a function takes two variables, we directly assign its values while calling that function. However, while passing it via reference, initially we assigned a variable to variable those values to a variable. Then we pass those
Okay,
variables
okay.
to a function.
Do you know what is strict mode in JavaScript?
Yes, in build strict mode, JavaScript strictly checks the types of of the data which is defined.
Okay, Shivam, like you should work here. But let me move ahead. Do you know what is the purpose of object freeze?
Yes, uh, object free in JavaScript there are various methods which can be used on the Java. I'm sorry, which can be used on the object. So what does object freeze does is that it it doesn't allow any operations to be performed on that object if we pass the
Uh, like uh,
if you pass those details.
like
If
when
we
I
pass
use
those, the
object
object
dot
gets
freeze on
freeze.
certain object, can I edit any values in that object?
No, you will not be able to edit any values of that object. However, we can create a copy of the object and we
Okay.
can make changes in
So
that copy.
I'm passing you some like console logs in chat. Will you please tell me what will be the output?
Okay, so
So I have sent you the console log in the chat. Please check it.
okay, sure. Mhm. It will return one
1
and
and
four.
4. Can you explain
One,
it how?
yes, yeah. Because in JavaScript it does auto typecasting. However, as one is defined in the double quotes, it will still be interpreted as a string. And after that, as we have concatenated using plus, after that we have 2 plus 2, which is not which is not defined as a string. So it will add those numbers, and hence we will get 1
Here
plus
Shivam,
1
like
4.
it will return 1 to 2. Let me tell you why. Like this, the expression is starting with string. So the JavaScript V8 engine will consider the whole expression as a string. So it will return 1 to 2. And I have some more
Okay.
like this.
Okay.
What will be the output for this?
1 minus 1 minus. Okay. Again, it's minus. I believe it should be
No, okay.
1 0 maybe. Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
share your
got it.
screen? Like I have few questions for you.
Okay, sure. Share the window, the entire screen. Built-in display share. Okay, shared.
Yes, yes, I can see it.
Can you see my screen?
Before that, can you open like any console from the browser?
Okay, sure. Let me just open my browser.
Oh yes. Now check the like
Would this work?
chat box. I have sent you one more expression. First, tell me the output and
Okay.
yeah, tell me the output first.
Which,
Okay.
okay. It should return actually 1 4
Like
because it's in the
how do you
bracket.
check the data type of
So
the
it will automatically add
expression
the data.
in the console? Yeah. Can you please show it?
Okay. We can just write type of. Should I show it? That's fine. I will just copy this one. Just put this in okay.
Yeah.
Type
Okay.
of.
So do you know about array in JavaScript?
Yeah,
How do we declare it?
arrays. Yes.
That will work.
Okay. Should I show you this? That's fine. Okay, great. Okay, so let's define a variable.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
We'll
That's
just
fine. That's
define an
fine.
array, empty array with this
So tell me the
two
difference
square
between
brackets.
slice and splice operator.
Yes. So the difference between splice and slice is the slice function is used to get a part of the array. Like we can divide, we can get array. I'm sorry. We can get the part of array by defining its index and the number of items we want from the array. And we get a copy or it returns a separate array which
Okay.
we can use as a copy of the new array. However, splice makes the changes in the array main array itself.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah.
Can you tell me about destructuring in JavaScript?
Yes, in JavaScript we can destructure an object or an array. Like it uses a triple dot operators which are said as spread operators. So we can get each value independently or separately.
So can you tell me what is spread and rest operator?
Yeah. So the spread operators are used. Basically, the construct like the usage is same or the syntax is same. It uses three dots. It's just the difference between using that it defines if it is a spread operator or the rest operator. Okay. So if we use it for the declaration purpose, for example, if we define an list, if we already have an array
Okay.
and we are defining a second array, okay, and in the second array we are using that three spread operators to get those values from the first array and then assign it to a new array with some additional values. So in that situation, it will be said as a spread operator. However, if we are going to use those values in a function,
Okay.
the basic example is function. We use the triple dots to spread the data and directly pass it to the function. In that scenario, it will be called as rest operator.
Okay. Do you know about if functions, like immediately invoke functions in JavaScript?
Yes, actually.
Like will you write
Okay.
hello
So the
me a basic syntax in chat box?
okay.
Look,
do
fine.
it.
First, tell me what is IFI, an immediately invoked function in JavaScript.
Okay. So if is a immediately invoke function, like it is used when we want a function to be invoked as soon as the code reaches uh, code reaches to that line, because normally when we write a function it needs to be invoked rather than like immediately invoking. It needs to be separately called or invoked so that the code in that could be executed. However, the if is written when we want a function to be declared, and it should be invoked as soon as the execution reaches to that
Okay.
line rather than separately calling that function and
Can you write me a
executing it.
sample function, immediately invoked function in chat box?
Yes, sure. Okay. Just
Right.
give me a minute, please. Just writing it. Almost
Okay.
done. I hope it's visible.
Yes, it is. Okay, what you have done is use an arrow function. Like, what is arrow
Yes,
function in
correct.
JavaScript?
Okay. So arrow functions are basically a function which does not need to be like named. We can say it is an unnamed function,
Okay.
and it is as well executed like instantly. However, arrow functions cannot be used separately. They needs to be used either on a separate click listeners or
Okay.
somewhere else.
Okay, Shivam, I have one code for you. Can you please guess the output? I'll providing you this in the chat
Okay.
box.
Okay, sure.
Yep.
Time out.
So just tell me what will be the output.
Okay, okay, just a minute. Hmm, please read it. Hmm, I think it should be
Yeah, okay.
promise.resolve, and after that it should say set timeout.
Tell me the reason behind this.
Okay. Also in JavaScript, the set timeout is called only after all the promises are resolved successfully. So first the promise will be resolved. After that only
Okay,
the
like
set timeout function will be called.
are treated as a micro task in JavaScript. That's why it will execute it first and then move to set timeout. That is micro task. So
Yeah,
from the JavaScript,
that's
I am
bigger task.
almost done with my side. I have few questions like a debugging round.
Hmm.
I'll be providing you some React code.
Okay.